The test that Don Falls, he told us about a lab. We could, quote, send it to him. It's a private. The test that Don Falls, he told us about a lab. We could, quote, send it to him. It's a private.
You are here to protect the citizens of this county.
The fact that it hasn't happened.
What if it did?
You're assuming
this right here is happening. That ought to give you pause.
If the court, I want to ask you gentlemen, if the court asked you or told you to confiscate firearms from the citizens of Howell County, what would you do? It should be a simple answer.
It hasn't happened.
If they did, what would you do?
I'm not answering your question.
It happened during Katrina, and there were men that were going around confiscating firearms. Law enforcement officers were confiscating firearms from law-abiding citizens from their homes. Those men acted unconstitutionally as tyrants. There was no reason to confiscate firearms, but they did it. Would you act accordingly?
I don't know anything about that.
I'm asking you, what would you do as a law enforcement officer of this county?
I'm not answering your question.
By you not answering my question, it should be a simple, I absolutely would not do it. I've asked Derek Houston the same question, and he's a good guy because he said, Blake, if my boss told me to confiscate firearms, I would throw my badge at him and say, you can have it. And that's what the answer should be, because he swore an oath.
That's what you're asking me to do, to say, but I'm not going to say.
Can I ask you,
I'm not going to respond.
What would you do if your sheriff, if a judge told you to go confiscate firearms from the individuals, what would you do?
Violate the Constitution that you swore to uphold and defend, just as I did.
What would you do? You're not going to say a word, are you?
No, sir. You can't say that you would uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, that which you said that you would uphold and defend.
What would you do in that case?
This is not the forum for that.
How is this not the forum?
It's always the forum for the Constitution of the United States of America. Everywhere, every day, all the time.
You guys are seriously not going to answer these questions?
I mean, these are basic things. These are basic precepts, basic things that we're granted by God.
I've got your faces on video now as not answering these questions, and everybody is going to see this. And you are basically saying I'm not going to uphold the Constitution by not answering. Are you okay with that? Are you okay?
I'm saying I wouldn't uphold the Constitution. I didn't say that. I said I wouldn't answer your question.
Okay.
Silence is acquiescence.
Absolutely. The question I want to ask, I've already asked those other three guys, the sheriff's deputies. I asked them, if a judge gave them an order to disarm the citizens of Howell County, would they or would they not uphold that order? And their answer to me was, I'm not going to answer that question.
That's going to be my question too.
Why? Why is that?
Because I believe in the Second Amendment rights, and I have guns at home, so that's my question.
Okay. That tells me that that's a good answer. It's a good answer.
That's better than what they get.
Yeah, and I'm close enough to retirement, so.
You're telling me then basically that you wouldn't do it, and I appreciate that.
I tell you what.